Now that commission-free trading is the norm, it's time to rethink how we define value. Value is more than a price tag. It's the confidence of knowing you have a team of traders on standby to answer any question. It's Thinkorswim's charting and analysis tools, and it's a personalized education to fine-tune your skills. Value is becoming smarter with every commission-free online equity trade. Discover true value with TD Ameritrade, where smart investors get smarter.
At Meijer, your health and safety is our first priority. That's why Meijer Pharmacy has partnered with the CDC to administer free COVID-19 vaccinations when they become available to us. Register now to get your free COVID vaccinations at Meijer and get updates to your phone. Text COVID to 75049 to get started. That's COVID to 75049. You can also visit your Meijer pharmacist or go to clinic.meijer.com for more information.
I have to talk like Natalie. I want Mike to understand my point of view. It's basically clench your teeth together and only say consonants.
And welcome to the Fraudcast.
I'd like to Mike.
Hi.
Don't forget to look disappointed also. I'm giving you like the tips and tricks to impersonating your favorite 90-day member.
Okay, so we start with Natalie.
I think she just doesn't open her mouth. And I don't know if it's the language too, because a lot of their words aren't very open mouth. So I wonder if that's
in the language they just don't like.
If you see their mouth move, because I've seen like all the ladies from Ukraine have a very closed mouth when they, and I'm only noticing this because I take different languages. So you look at their mouth shape when they're pronouncing something, you're like, oh, okay. So I think, and then when it translates to English, it's just the same. Like, why would you open your mouth to speak a different language if that's what you're used to?
Interesting.
But she just always seems like really clenched jaw and mad. So
clench, yeah, it's like she's got her back teeth wired together.
Yes,
and
that's what
everybody says. And it comes every single week when I post something on my Instagram about it. Tons of comments about how she doesn't open her mouth.
I think that's just how she talks.
Yeah. Who else can you imitate?
Nobody, actually.
Big tease.
Nobody. That's the thing. It's like it's hard to impersonate without like feeling like you're being mean to.
Yeah.
Because I love accents like nobody's business.
You know whose accent I don't love?
Oh,
Stephanie of Ryan and Stephanie.
She has an accent.
She kind of has this weird Midwestern twang. And she has this vocal fry and she talks to Ryan. I can't really do it that well, but she's got this weird, she's from Michigan, I think. Yeah. Oh God. She's got
all I remember is her like seductively nagging about not getting piped down the night before.
Yes. So
like that type of nagging, I was like, whoa, there's like, it was in that tone of like your teenage son or something didn't do the dishes or something, except for replace doing the dishes with her.
Oh, and God, that's just so wrong. But yes, that's how they talk. Okay, so let's start with Ryan and Stephanie. So she's complains she didn't get pipe, and then she does this whole like, I'm going to cry, but I'm not going to have any tears. No actual tears come out of her eye holes. And he tells her, or she tells Ryan all about this the night that she banged Harris. And he's like, yeah, I know already, which we've been saying since the beginning. He probably knows, he doesn't care. And although he doesn't seem to indicate that he cares about her at all during any of this scene. And he's like, yeah, I know. But then he does say, oh, well, yeah, Harris is out of my life, which I do not believe. He's like, he's dead to me. I have not yet seen the Bears All for this week, which Harris allegedly is on, talking about Stephanie's PUSSY. So,
oh dear,
yeah, there we are.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it yet either, but that'd be a treat. I mean, of course, the guys are going to talk. I mean, I don't know how it came about. It banged your girlfriend, or it banged your what is it, meal card. You'd be dead to me too if you're trying to take food out of my family's mouth.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, we know Ryan doesn't give a shit. He really doesn't give a shit. He's been sleeping with whoever he's been sleeping with. God, like, how desperate is Stephanie when she, when she's with this guy who clearly doesn't show her any kind of real affection? Like, the night she got there and they were having dinner, he's like, yes, dear, and all this stuff, but they don't have any chemistry. He's not interacting with her. He's not what is it? What's happening here? What is Stephanie seeing in this relationship that makes her think that there's something there?
I don't know if she sees something there. She just probably really likes the sex. And I don't see it as desperate. I think she feels like she holds all the cards because she's showering him with gifts. And she has this cougar mentality, like he's depending on her, but it's coming off in the show as her just being really desperate.
Yeah. Like, I don't get her being like the one holding all the cards. Like, theoretically, she might hold cards here, but I don't feel like she thinks she does. Like, she's using all these gifts and stuff as a way to try to hang on to him.
Yeah, there's only one card that she currently has is he's interested.
And it's green.
I don't think he's going to get it at this point. She's commented on multiple of my pictures saying that she's ready to put him in jail. So,
Oh, well then.
I know. I'm like, really? Okay, well.
Put him in jail for what?
Well, remember, she's alleging that he mistreated her and I believe, raped her also, is what she said. She pulled back a lot of it, but like I said, every now and then she posts on my thing, like she was recently doing another handbag giveaway, which are really bizarre because they don't look like fancy handbags.
Yeah.
It looked like handbags that you would buy the rest that was on the rack at Marshall's.
Yeah, like TJ Maxx or Marshall's. Nothing wrong with she's
giving them
these.
away. Yeah. But they're those kind of brands, like the DKNY. Yeah, that used to be like the shit brand. I don't know if it is anymore. It might be. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't follow the brand trends too much anymore, but that I don't know. That's what I would think it is. But yeah, I posted, I was like, oh, I guess she's not supporting Ryan anymore. She goes, yes, that's definitely what it means. Only thing I'd ever buy him is a pair of handcuffs for a trip to prison. So, I mean, we'll see where that goes, right?
Well, but, I'm guessing they're not together then, as we've been
I'm going to make the full assumption they're not together.
Interesting. I wonder if she is going to talk more before the end of the season, like she just started to do, but like you said, she's kind of pulled back. So I wonder if TLC like slapped her hand about
TLC always does the please don't talk. Oh, by the way, maybe we can have you on our next season of this dating show. And then they all of a sudden are like, oh, I love TLC. Let me promote.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
I was going to say Disney Plus, Discovery Plus. Same difference. That's all I see with her.
Okay. So you think, interesting.
Who's next?
Okay, let's go to, well, there's not much here with them. Jovi and Yara. He doesn't believe she's pregnant, and he makes her pee on a stick in front of him. So she does, and it comes back up. The first test seems kind of inconclusive, like the lines, maybe they didn't wait long enough. So she does another one, and it's one of the digital ones that comes up and it says pregnant. And so then he apologizes, like quick style. And he's all like loving and stuff. So
why would she lie about that? I think that was the dumbest part.
Right.
Like,
well,
after having a miscarriage, why would you lie about that?
but here's the thing though. She admitted she has done that before.
Oh.
Jovi's like, yeah, like she said she made this quote unquote joke where she said she was pregnant, and Jovi said, you know, it was like she let him believe it all day, and she's like, no, I told you in like a few minutes later.
Oh,
Either way,
I brain farted that part.
Yeah, either way, her saying that is ridiculous. But okay, here's like the watching her pee on a stick. So I posted this on my Instagram, but it gave me flashbacks to when I was in rehab and had to pee in a cup twice a week in front of staff because they had to make sure we weren't, you know, drinking or using drugs, right? So you just got used to it. You know, there's somebody standing in there with you while you're peeing to make sure you're not cheating the test by using fake pee or whatever. So here's like Jovi watching Yara pee on a stick. I don't understand, like, how does he think she's going to cheat it? Does she like keep like fake pregnant pee? Is that what he is thinking?
Maybe maybe he just doesn't understand how they work. Like, oh, she just pre-programmed it. It's a rigged pregnancy test. Unless he just likes it and was using that as a excuse that he didn't trust her.
Yeah, I mean, he's not real smart, and I liked it when he asked her, like, do you know how to use it? Do you need to read the instructions? She's like, you pee on the stick. It's not that hard, you know? You
pee on it with such velocity. And then you get a result and like magic.
Yeah. So then suddenly, like magic, he changes his tune and he's like normal, like, oh yeah, okay, well, I'll be ready by the time. I'll have to be ready by the time it gets here. I've got some time. And then he's like, are you ready? She's like, nope, but it's in my stomach. So FYI, it's not in your stomach, it's in your uterus, but whatever. Anatomy.
Stomach, uterus, same thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being pedantic. Yeah. And she's like, no, but what can I do? I'm not ready, but what can I do? You know? Well, you could have used one of those glow-in-the-dark condoms that Stephanie brought to Ryan that they're not using, clearly.
The glow-in-the-dark banana hammock. Yeah.
Oh, all those glow-in-the-dark condoms that aren't getting used down in Belize.
I can't imagine how fun those would be. Like, it'd basically be like if you had this, I don't know, excitement over hide and seek.
Oh, well, okay. So here's the thing with those. Do you have to get them? You know how like with most glow in the dark stuff, you have to like hold it under the light for a while before it's going to glow in the dark?
I don't even know.
Is that the same with the condoms?
I don't know. I've never used them before.
Well, I think
could you imagine
go do some field research.
Stand near the lamp for like 30 seconds and then get over here.
Do you guys, listeners, do you know this? Do you know how these work? Do they have to stand under the lamp with the condom on before they'll glow in the dark? Because that kind of seems like it might take away from the
shit you have me Googling. Exposed to light for 30 seconds for up to half an hour of glowing fun. There you go.
Oh, okay. 30 seconds. That's not bad.
30 seconds for 30 minutes of glowing fun.
30 minutes of glowing fun.
Yep.
That's find the sausage. Okay.
It takes thousands of hours to become an astronaut, right, Nina?
Oh, I'm not an astronaut. I'm a design consultant at the Container Store.
But you explore space.
I help you find space with our Alpha Closet systems.
And you're an expert.
Pretty good at it.
And you use satellites to communicate.
I'm doing more virtual in-home closet designs, but I wouldn't say...
We salute you, astronaut Nina, for helping us find space.
You're welcome.
The Alpha sales bonus is here. Earn up to $500 in credit now through February 7th at the Container Store, where space comes from.
Developing your nursing career at Cleveland Clinic means constantly learning alongside caregivers who know exceptional care begins with exceptional support. Join us at our nurse hiring event on March 5th and 6th and learn how we combine formal training, on-the-job experiences, and close collaboration to advance your skills and your voice. Visit clevelandclinic.org/hiring event and register by March 1st to be considered for an on-site interview, because at Cleveland Clinic, teamwork and learning go hand in hand.
Moving on.
Moving on. Speaking of hiding sausages, Brandon and Julia now get to share a room. So, okay. So, yeah, we saw last week that Julia was like, I go Russia, right? Like, you need to figure this out. You need to fix this. I'm not going to do animals. I'm not going to do any of this. You know, you figure it out or I'm leaving. Brandon has dinner with his parents and tells his parents, Julia's going to leave. Like, we're going to leave, like, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And his father, like, turns into the Exorcist. Like, his head spins around 3 times and he starts spewing, you know, pea soup, how angry he gets about this. And then mom is like, no, we can't have you leave, you know, and I want to gain a daughter, not lose a son. And so she says that you guys can stay in the same room. So she makes a concession, which, you know, score 1 for mom, I guess. And then Brandon goes and tells Julia, and they go out to, you know, a bar and have fun and all this stuff. And then, so she's like placated for a while. She's like, all right, well, okay, but I'm still not going to do any animals. Why is dad so angry? Like, that's what I can't figure out. I get
maybe
mom's
because he has
reaction.
to deal with mom in the background. Like, she's happy up front, but maybe she's going to be bitching up a storm afterwards.
Like, I mean, it just seems like mom at least seemed kind of reasonable, which I didn't expect. But mom, you know, she's like, okay, she's going to make a concession. Okay, you either let them stay together when you know that they're sleeping together anyway, because you've traveled with them and they've been in hotel rooms and stuff, and it's fine. So you make this concession so you can keep them there. Or you know, dig your heels in, and dad apparently seems to want to dig his heels in, but he got really scary. And I don't know, like, Brandon didn't tell Julia everything. Of course, Julia's going to see the show, and you know, who knows what's going on with them. But I don't know. Like, it's good that they're finally getting to share the same room, but I don't know. Dad scared me, and I just didn't have any reasons. Like, I couldn't understand it. I didn't understand why.
Yeah, the editing seemed a little choppy on that too. Because I mean, like, it felt like there was maybe more that wasn't discussed, perhaps. I wouldn't say that dad's jealous. He has something to be
but you're
jealous
right.
about.
Maybe there was something else that got cut out, and that's what he got so angry about. And you know, TLC is famous for cutting out the actual things that cause the reaction.
They cut out the context, so it's just like, oh, dad all of a sudden flipped his shit, and you're like, but why? Like, mom is fine, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Rebecca and Ziad. So we have friend Melanie, I think was her name. She's talking shit about him not having a job and getting a job and all this stuff. And then, oh, and by the way, and Rebecca lived in this building with her ex. And Ziad's like, what? This is the first I've heard of it. Now, we heard Rebecca say, I think it was on Bears All, she said that she is still not friends with Melanie because of this particular conversation. She's no longer friends with this woman.
She's not.
Yeah.
And she also says that there was a lot cut out as well.
Oh, right. Of course. As we're talking editing.
Always, right? But she did post that she did stand up. It got edited out. She said, and I quote, "I completely came undone." And I can believe them cutting that out, because it feels like they want Rebecca to appear as this woman who's
dumb?
incapable. Yeah, I don't know. Like like what story can you spin off of my ex and I stayed here? Like there could be a lot of reasons why she picked that building. Maybe it's in her freaking price range. Maybe she just really fucking liked the building because it's adorable.
It is. I love
right?
those lofts.
It's like
those
saying I
urban
can't
lofts.
go to the same restaurant that me and my ex went to because, you
Oh
know,
my gosh.
isn't this the same restaurant that you and your ex came to? Like, come on, what the fuck is that? I hate that woman. I don't even know who she is. And I'm just like, oh, she's going to be like on the hate memes forever.
She, yeah, her name's Melanie, but
and I'm wondering who coached her to ask her that. Like, TLC did her wrong. Ruining friendships, splitting families.
Right?
I mean, like, this is the usual dialogue we're used to when the foreign person comes over. The bullshit. You don't have a job. Well, obviously,
he's not allowed to work right now.
Obviously, he can't get a job right away. And then you always have the family tension. And I'm pretty sure Ziad's just like, if I have to meet one more fucking person, you know.
I know, right?
I mean, she went through the ringer too when she went to Morocco, but at the same time, it's just kind of like,
yeah.
All right. So I actually want to take a moment to talk about New Year's resolutions because you know my feeling on New Year's resolutions. They're kind of cheesy. We don't really stick to them. By February, the gyms are all empty again. But I have been open to making smaller, impactful changes that I think are just important.
I know we joke about husbands buying their wives' workout equipment for Christmas, but my fiance got me a spinning bike for Christmas, and I absolutely love it. I'm totally obsessed. So another thing that you and I have talked about in the same regard is that is increasing and optimizing our vitamin intake.
Right, because I've been taking the same prenatals that I have been for the past 5 years. So I'm thinking I should probably start adding like a daily vitamin, maybe something to support my energy, sleep, and something to help me with my fitness goals. And this isn't even, you know, something just short term. I think in the long term as well.
Well, that's what's really great about this company called Care Of. They are a personalized vitamin company, and they offer you this really in-depth but short. It's like a 5-minute online quiz. Ask you questions about your diet, your lifestyle, any health concerns you have to help address your specific like wellness goals. And it'll package them all together in a cute little package with your name on it. And one of the things that I really like about it too is that they're very transparent about their research and sourcing behind the ingredients in their products. So it's all nice and clean, and you're not taking like weird stuff from God knows where.
Right. And so I took the quiz, which I did find to be pleasant, saying that I don't like quizzes either. And the vitamins they recommended for me was iron, which was in a higher dose that I usually take, rhodiola, superberry, collagen, and a vitamin B12 like energy powder stick that they call extra batteries, which honestly, sometimes that's exactly what I feel like I need. But it's really awesome too, because I think, you know, they make sure you put your name there so that they can put your name on the bag. Like they really customize it and they make it feel like, you know, it was specifically made for you.
Yeah, and it definitely recommended some for me that I hadn't considered in my vitamin regimen before, but that I think would definitely be beneficial to my overall wellness. So I'm excited about this whole company. And they are offering a special for Fraudcast listeners. For 50% off your first order of Care Of, go to takecareof.com and enter code Fraudcast50. That's takecareof.com. That is spelled TAKECAREOF.com and enter code Fraudcast50 for 50% off your first order. That's a great deal.
Yeah, I think 50%. I mean, and, you know, I think it's definitely worth any of our, you know, listeners to try. I think it's always good to add a little extra vitamins in your life.
Definitely. And we'll have that linked in the show notes for you as well. I want to talk about Mike and Natalie. And so, of course, everybody's like making these funny memes about Natalie, like making out with the tree, which I honestly like. I'm not really a huge outdoor person. Like I don't camp and all that kind of stuff, but I can see enjoying the smell of like a wet tree, right? Like I get that. So she does all that, but Mike is kind of a dick to her, like, why are you wearing makeup? And apparently the honeymoon of their marriage counselor, aka Mike's mom, she left, and now they're not, according to Natalie, they're not planning the wedding anymore. But so later they're walking around, they go to this store so she could get some smell good spray for the closet, right? For the stanky closet. And then it's clearly staged, just like anytime they go to anybody on the show goes to any shop, it's completely staged. Just like when Rebecca went to the GameStop, the game, at the beginning of the season. So they go and it's clearly staged because the shop person asks her, oh, where are you from? And how are your wedding plans going? Spontaneously and without any prompting from the producers, I'm sure, asks, oh, he's not helping you at all? Come on, TLC, we're not that dumb. Do better. Do better with this. Like, every time, and it brings up memories of, I forget which couple it was, but he brings her to the secondhand store. Oh, Robert and Annie brings her to the secondhand store, like the Goodwill or whatever. And there's a shop person there. Like anytime anybody goes to a store, it's this whole made up scene. Jovi and Yara at the furniture store. Although she was funny because she asked him if he needed Snickers or something. So,
which she probably did. I think, yeah. And the stores are kind of like the open place where they can, I don't know, they're building a scene, right? So it's always like the desk clerk's like, oh, so what's going, like the store people care that much.
No, they're not going to.
Some people do. The nosy ones do.
Right.
The nosy ones will actually dig that information out and then ask you, but
you've got this camera crew following you around, but I'm going to pretend like I'm completely spontaneously asking you if your fiance is helping you plan the wedding.
I didn't have to sign anything to allow this film crew into the store.
We're not getting free publicity out of this.
Not anything.
That just drives me crazy. Like, I get it. It's a plot device. You use it to the Matt Sharp or Discovery or whoever's call it is to do this, like, but they do it all the time and it's always done so poorly. Like, figure out another way to get that information out.
Never. Ratings are high. Keep going.
Okay, I want to finish with Andrew and Demera, and the reason why is because I want to ask you for your general thoughts and opinions on this topic. So on Andrew Demera, we see Andrew continuing to enjoy his vacation. He talks to Demera and suggests that she go to Serbia by herself, wait 2 weeks there, and then go to the United States. Now, we also see her talking to her friend Xavier in France, and he's like, dude, this is terrible. This is a bad idea. He's a terrible human being. It's unacceptable. Don't do it. Hopefully she listens. But I want to go back a little bit to, I think it was a couple episodes ago, she talks about how it's like I think it was when she first talked to him after she got out of his detention, and he's like, yeah, well, I'm here, I'm going to enjoy the vacation. And she said that she felt like she couldn't really bring up her feelings because he had, she didn't want to ruin his vacation, She's like, well, I guess it's going to be about him, and she couldn't really bring up her stuff because he was in his feelings. She's also said that he had said about the Mexico trip that if you love me, you'll do this whole, like, if you, sort of like forcing her, like putting these conditions on their relationship. And if you don't go, it means you don't love me and things like that. It's just one more thing showing he's a complete douchebag, selfish douchebag. I want to know what your thoughts are on maybe why she fell for him and to begin with. Like, what do you think? Thoughts?
I mean, it has to be his edgelord charm.
What Lord charm?
His edgelord charm.
I don't even know what that means.
Those who know, they know.
Oh God, okay.
I don't know what attracted her to him. I mean, we can all ask that about the people we've been with, but
True.
I think she's doing it because maybe she honestly wants to be there and she's trying to. It's really hard because you want to say she's trying to show that she's serious, but I don't see why she would have to prove that she's serious. Unless there was some other fuckery that's happened in the past that he feels that she has to prove it. Or he's just a douchebag who pressures her to do things that she might be uncomfortable with because some people have that attitude or they're able to spin things around to make you feel like you owe them and you should be inconvenienced so that it makes them happy. Like her saying, I want him to enjoy his vacation.
Right. She's
like,
not strong enough to stand up to him. It's not a vacation. He was supposed to be meeting you. It was supposed to be your vacation too. So it's almost like she's using, and I don't know if it's really passive aggressive because I don't think she's meaning to do it. I don't think it's aggressive at all. I think she's being passive, but I think it's like she doesn't have the strength to stand up to it.
But any guy should know that it is a red flag if someone says, "Oh no, honey, you just enjoy your vacation. Don't worry about all the hoops I'm jumping through." That is a signal that you have fucked up.
Yeah, but he's too selfish
but he's just
to
like
recognize it.
Drinking his fucking coconut. I'm going to enjoy my vacation that you couldn't get here because you fucked up in Mexico, Amira.
If he really cared about her and loved her, he would see these things and he would care about the, oh my God, you just got to have detention. Like, oh my God, tell me about it. Like,
I call bullshit anyways, because I think that even though she has a visa to come over, with the circumstances, I feel like there could be an extension, especially if she can't travel.
Yeah.
Like she shouldn't have to travel through 3 countries to get here.
Yeah.
Like if there's a ban in your country, then there has to be a way to extend it. It's too bad we don't have our visa officer here.
But if only we knew a visa officer.
I feel like there would be ways other than trying to cheat the system, and he's trying to find all these fucking loopholes and then send her through it. So if I were her, I would stay put and just be like, fuck it. Like, cause he could do the same. He could go to France and hang out with her for a little bit, or he could take the journey with her. Why can't he spend 2 weeks with her where he wants her to be? And then,
because he has to work, which he wouldn't have an issue if he had not taken this vacation time to spend 2 weeks in Mexico. He could have gone back to work and then taken time later to go see her.
Yeah, that's on him. So but, my opinion is that he's asking for something that's unreasonable. And for some reason she feels like she needs to do it. And he should be very concerned when she says things like, I'm fine and enjoy your vacation. Because what she's really thinking about is how to stab him in his sleep.
Right.
Like that's my only thing.
I feel bad because for her, because if she feels that she can't stand up to him because she's afraid of rocking the boat with him, I feel bad for her because he's not worth it, dude. You can find yourself somebody who actually cares about you, and people who care about you are going to ask about your time in detention and not go on vacation and be like, you shouldn't feel that way. You should have a partner who cares about you, who's loving and cares about you and shows that they care about you and shows that they're concerned. And I don't get any of that from him. He's just all about what, get her to the United States so I can marry her and lock her down so I get this hot woman that I can
I don't even
around.
know. It's hard because you and I know best. What we see on screen isn't 100%.
Yeah.
What one person comes out and says isn't 100%. Text messages shown on Instagram isn't 100%. So
choppy text messages that don't show everything in context. Absolutely.
Yes. Don't chop up messages, Frauded. You must show whole context.
I'm not posting any text messages. Don't look at me.
No, but that's, my ever cautious view is that we don't know exactly what's going on.
We don't.
And of course they're painting this picture that Andrew's a fucking asshole and Amir's the victim when they could both just be they could both be trying to work the system, and it's just fucking failing. So, I mean,
if you have to work, yeah, I don't know. Like,
I wouldn't be good on a plane to go
I don't
anywhere.
know. I just, you know that I'm Team Amira on this, and you're much more neutral. I know that. I just think Andrew's a complete douchebag. There was that came out this week was an interview with like his ex-girlfriend from like a million years ago. And she talked about basically, you know, he's just kind of a selfish douche, and you know, but it was like high school relationship or something. It's not like,
and then that's hard because a lot of guys are douchebags in high school,
yeah,
and into college, to be honest.
Yeah,
so that one's hard. I like that from a million years ago. Who the fuck talks to exes or something like that? Like,
so I mean, take it for what it's worth. If you guys listen to that interview. I mean, just take it for what it's worth, right? Like she's talking about her experiences, what she remembers from that relationship. Take away what you will from it, whatever you want. I don't know. So we don't get a show next week because the Super Bowl, sports ball.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Don't have a show next week. So I'm not sure what we're going to cover next week. Maybe we'll cover something on from Discovery Plus. The dating show is supposed to start soon. I'm not sure when. Maybe. I don't know. We'll figure.
Let's watch like one of the diary shows or one of those shows that aren't going to get much traffic anyway.
Yeah.
And see what it's about, because like I'll put myself through fucking torture and watch that shit.
Yeah, we'll watch some of the
It won't be a
diaries.
review, but it'd be interesting to try and pull apart the timeline that's in these diary episodes, because there's a lot of stuff in there. But yeah,
maybe we'll do it with like the recent couples or like early couples. I don't know.
They only have about 4 of them, so we don't have that much of a selection.
No, there was tons of them.
Not for the diaries. There's only 4 or 5 episodes.
Are there? Oh, okay. I'll take a look. I looked through, I know because we were talking about this, I think it was on the Patreon, but like on Discovery Plus, there's supposed to be this 90-Day Fiance channel. And I thought it was going to be like, okay, that's where they're going to consolidate everything. And it still says coming soon, but there's a channel, quote unquote, where looks like they're playing 90-Day Fiance basically 24/7. And you just like, if you put it on, it's on whatever episode they're showing. But I couldn't find anywhere where you can go and watch the show. Like previously, you could go to the TLC app like the next day after it airs, like it airs on Sunday, like on Monday evening, it would be on the app, and go watch it on the app in case you missed it. I couldn't find that anywhere on the app. Like they have every spinoff imaginable, every, created for Discovery Plus content, all of this stuff. But I can't find 90-Day Fiance, just the original, just the show that's airing.
I think they're still working on that, transferring stuff over, because it's kind of straddling TLC's Go app. I think they're kind of trying to purge and put it all in the.
And I couldn't find it on there. Like I went to that app and I don't know. Like it was a mess. I haven't been able to find where you could, like, if you missed the show on Sunday, where you can go back and watch it. If
they're penalizing you. If you missed the show, you fucked up. You can never see it.
You're
again.
done. You don't get to see it.
No more.
Then you have to listen to recap, podcasts and
So, honestly, if I didn't have to like talk about it, I probably wouldn't watch all the shows. I would just recap it.
Like I don't watch Unpolished, but I listen to a recap on it.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm talking about. Not this show. I watch this show. And I try to live blog it if I can. Sometimes I catch the late showing of it because I have like an AA meeting and whatnot, or a date with my Peloton, either one. Who's like, my Peloton's like a member of my family now. So, yeah. And it's probably misses me down there in the Peloton room without me. Sorry, you guys. I'm completely obsessed with this thing. And oh my God. Anyway. yeah, so I think that's all we got for this week. And next week, like I said, I'm not sure what we're going to be covering exactly, but it looks like maybe one of the or some of the diary shows. Let me give a quick shout out to our latest patrons over on our Patreon. We have a couple that have joined us this week. I want to, let's see, welcome Christy, Rochelle, Sheila. It says Rinrin on here, but I don't know. It says Rinrin Banana, but I don't think that's your real name. I think that's it. Thank you guys for joining us this week. If you want to join us over on the Patreon, it's patreon.com/thefraudcast. We are currently covering 90 Day Fiance Bears All over there. And this week it's going to be spicy because, yes, it's Big Ed's on there, but also Harris talking about Stephanie's.
Kuka.
Yeah, that. And Sean apparently is just horrified. So this is what I've heard.
Sean is always fucking horrified. Everything horrifies her.
So we're covering it over there, so you guys don't have to watch it. But that is on Discovery Plus if you do want to watch it. And not that we're pimping Discovery Plus at all. That's just where you can find it if you do want to watch it. That's all we got for you guys today. Thank you all for joining us. If you want to find us on social media, our links are in the show notes. And thank you all for tuning in. We are the Fraudcast, and we're dumpster diving, so you don't have to.
It's a new year, and with T-Mobile, it's not about how far apart we are. It's about how close we can be. So we're bringing out our best deal. Right now, get the iPhone 12 on us on every single plan with eligible iPhone trade-in.
So I can FaceTime with my sister in Savannah.
That's right, the iPhone 12 on us on every plan. All on America's 5G leader in coverage. T-Mobile.
With 24 monthly bill credits and a new line plus tax. If you cancel, credit stop and balance on required finance agreement may be due. Contact us for well-qualified buyers. Qualifying consumer plan required. See coverage and offer details at T-Mobile.com.
At Meijer, your health and safety is our first priority. That's why Meijer Pharmacy has partnered with the CDC to administer free COVID-19 vaccinations when they become available to us. Register now to get your free COVID vaccinations at Meijer and get updates to your phone. Text COVID to 75049 to get started. That's COVID to 75049. You can also visit your Meijer pharmacist or go to clinic.meijer.com for more information.